Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 29th episode of World Trigger. This one's titled A Crossroads of Fate. So yes, we took a week off last week. Apologies for that. It wasn't my intention, but schedules are a nightmare, especially in the middle of the week. I don't know why. It's always in the middle of the week, but yeah. Anyway, so it's been a little while, but last time out we had Ramadine, was that his name? Something like that. I end up being defeated, so that's the first of our Aftercrater assailants, or invaders, I should say, dispatched of. However, we have Indera in the headquarters right now, which is not part of the original plan by the looks of things from them, but it's just happening anyway. So I don't know who's going to go deal with headquarters. And then we have Visa and Hughes dealing with our I want to say Tomazaki, Tamakoma first unit. Although they send Kiri off to deal with the neighbors that have been sent over there, or the Trin soldiers anyway. And then we have Reiji's now alone, fighting against these two, and whilst he has some traps and is doing relatively well, ultimately it doesn't count for much, because Visa, who doesn't seem to have any horns, does possess the Organon? I think I'm saying that right? Maybe? I don't know. Which apparently is one of their national treasures, which questions how important this invasion actually is, that they be willing to let one of the national treasures go. Now, I don't know if Visa himself, because of his authority and maybe his position, he's the one that should wield it, and maybe he's the only one who can, and maybe that's his preferred choice. But it's quite the risk to allow a national treasure to just go out on an expedition like this. Like, surely you'd reserve the national treasures for the defense of the homeland, right? But that's not what they've done. But yeah, Reiji's outmatched by that Organon, which seems crazy powerful. Like, crazy powerful. Like, the most powerful trigger I think we've seen this entire show so far. And then, just as they would seem to be getting the upper hand, Jin and Yuma have now arrived, and that's where we should be getting off from here, and I'm sure that's part of the recap as well anyway. I probably didn't need to go with that in-depth with this recap. They're probably going to do it here in a minute, but more just for my own memory, since we have had a week off. I kind of need to get that extra information in my head. But yeah, Crossroads of Fate. This is going to be the crossroad because Osamu's future very much hinges on this. Because there is a potential he might die. There's a potential Chica gets captured. There's a lot of different history or futures that could happen here. So we've kind of got to be cautious about this. So I guess we'll see. We've also got to figure out what to do with those that have been cubified, like Kitora, because I don't think we've figured that out yet, have we? I don't know if we'll have time to until after we've dealt with the current invasion. I don't know. I guess we'll see, but yeah, I'm excited for World Trigger again. As per usual, we're not going to be watching the next time zone, as you guys know, and we've got a bunch of recaps and stuff to go forward as well. So, as per usual, time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current season lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger here. We also have movie reactions with Kiki's Delivery Service being the movie of the month, as voted for by Patrons. That's coming out on Saturday, May 22nd. So look forward to that one. But here on YouTube, we do timer-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. And play site episode, I site episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Crunchyroll, since that's where I can legally view this here in the UK, although Crunchyroll is premium subscription only for this show. Don't ask me why. Some licensing deal, probably. But we have the Toei Animation logo to start, so about 15 seconds of logos, give or take. A little bit longer, probably. But I'll call it out as I go past, and you'll see a screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scene's transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? Or first of this week's episodes in 3, 2, 1, play. Toei Animation, cheers. Here we go. General recap, because we still need this. I think it was Rex who commented. I think it was on the To Your Eternity ones, but apparently this is just a symptom of what network it's on. Sometimes it has to do, like, especially with the previews, they kind of have to do that to try and maintain the audience, since it's not the typical audience that they might be going for. Rex made a proper comment on it that you can probably find on To Your Eternity somewhere. I'm sure, because we're getting a third season, so it can't go that badly. Oh, and the one guy we approached is not coming. Or at least appeared not to be coming. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. Right. And this is when... Yep. Jin. And you will be following shortly after. The speed. Emergency situation. Yep. Crossroads of Fates. Nice. These new rabbits are still tough, but we can deal with them. Oh, nice. Alright. Right. Yep. There's an infiltrator in HQ. Mm-hmm. 1233, yep. More than 100. Scary numbers. We're doing more recap? I get we need to explain it to him, but still. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. 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 And this is when she's cubified. Mm-hmm. The C rankers. Mm-hmm. Yep. One down already. Still recapping. Right. Mm-hmm. We still don't quite know how that managed to happen. Mm-hmm. That's the plan. Naturally. Yep, I think it does. No P time. So yeah, half an episode of recap, huh? Okay. Cash Kratos looks so cool in that shot, to be fair. Alright. And now we can actually get into the episode. 11 minutes in. Oh boy. Nice. Oh, some still hit her. Or are those the ones you still have from the last time? I can't remember. Oh boy. Oh. Hmm. Indeed it does. But still, that... that's still a problem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Separate them, obviously. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we saw that a lot earlier in the... Yeah. Been a while since we said that. Nice. Goodbye, building. I still don't think that's enough, obviously, because why would it be? But still. Mm-hmm. Right. Interesting. We're just one of. Huh. Really? They send all at the same time like that? They're very confident. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Huh? Huh? You struck a nerve there. Hmm. There we go. Now I know. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Yeah. This isn't doing much. Yep. We don't really have much of a chance here, to be fair. It's a bit interesting shot. Yeah, it's not working. But he can probably freely move them about his body. Yeah. Just annihilate the whole thing at once. Yep. Well, this is part of the plan. Hey, okay. This is clever. Clever use of these like training environments. 12:40 seconds. Okay. Okay, so 20 minutes. So end the next episode. Like how he's got the things in his arm. Yeah. Number is okay. Butterfly shield. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. These dumbasses. All right. Good episode. Good episode. So we seem to have trapped this one in Endera. We seem to have trapped him in our training areas. Now, I assume because he's in the virtual space as well, he doesn't get any benefit, right? Because he's an outsider. So I assume the training environment, as it were, isn't going to offer him any benefits. Whereas for us, since it's a training environment, we can manipulate it how we please. So, of all the places we could, in theory, pull this off, this is the best place to do it. And because we were drawing him in with his own, like, self-confidence, we now have the upper hand because we've changed the landscape to suit us. Kind of clever. A little annoyed that half this episode was recap. Just a little annoyed. I guess it was important that we did give the recap to what's his face? Rindo. It was important that he got clued in, but we didn't really have to spend the entire episode on it. I don't think we did, but maybe that's just me. I mean, I didn't mind the recap, but if you're gonna do a 3-minute recap at the beginning of the show, and then you're gonna do like another 6-minute, 5-6 minute recap after that, you know, like if I was watching this weekly as it was coming out, I'd feel a little bit disappointed with that. I think it's just the overall decision of this show to go into the super long paced 50-episode route, because we are on episode 29, which is longer than most regular animes would ever go. Like, most animes cap out at 25 for a season. Most don't even go that long. They obviously stick to one season because that's just the standard format. You do a season of a show and then you're done. If you've got a longer story to tell and you've got more of the budget for it and you know you've got the interest for it, you'll go for a multi-season, either back-to-back like Spider does, or in a split core like what Slime's done. Or Jobless Reincarnation, for example. A lot more shows doing split core as well, especially after COVID, which I think is probably the reason, because of COVID, but at the same time I think it's a change in the industry that I'm liking. I like split cores. I think it's better for the shows. I think it's easier on the animators overall and the staff involved, and you still get the same amount of care and attention, and you can kind of spread your show over and make it seem like you're getting more of the show than you actually are, in a weird way. So, but yeah, Hughes is trapped. Whether he can get out, I don't know, but Jin seems fairly confident. Now we've just got Yuma versus what was his name? Visa? Right, Visa. Which could be problematic, because that goddamn Organon is just crazy powerful. I guess we'll see how that goes, but yeah, good episode. When we actually got to the episode, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. As per usual, leave a like if you did, as well as your comments before the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see the next episode, which will be straight up after this, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 line you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.